I'm Danny Jones from Parklands Albury-Wodonga, and today I've brought you out to my favourite spot of all the places where I work. We're in the lower Kiewa River, just before it meets the mighty Murray, and it's a pretty good office, as you can see. It's hard to believe that something as beautiful as this can be not that far away from residential estates. You know, one's just, well, it's probably 500 metres away. My daughter, Jorja, just tagged along.
I've been coming down here since I was probably like 12 months old. So I've been here for most of my life. Hi, my name is Jorja Jones and I go to Wodonga Middle Years College. You'll always see me in like an English class or something. Me and Dad, well, sometimes Mum, but usually me and Dad, we'll come down to different areas. My favourite area is definitely this one because it's just really beautiful. I really enjoy when Dad gives me the opportunity to come out on night walks or just like day walks in general. Mostly night walks because I get to experience all this like sugar gliders, the squirrel gliders. If you flash your flashlight in one place or like places in the tree, you will see two kind of yellowish eyes staring right back at you, and they'll just be there looking at you like, excuse me. Privacy. They'll find a dead tree or like trees. They'll find like a hole or the nest boxes that Parklands Albury-Wodonga provides, and they'll just nest in there. They'll just go in there for a bit, sleep, and then they'll come out at night because they're nocturnals. There was this one time Dad took me out. It was along this track, and as we were walking back to the car, this big fat wombat was just sitting in the grass, and we must have frightened him. So he made this kind of grunting noise. And I jumped behind Dad because I was scared. And then we found out, and then he kind of shuffled along, and we found out it was a wombat. But I reckon we gave each other the frights the most because he kind of scared me, but we kind of scared him. Yeah, I kind of sacrificed Dad, but the wombat was kind of just not interested, so I was like, okay.
Whoa. Down here I really like the white-bellied sea eagle that we saw.
It was really pretty. My favourite bird would probably be some of the lorikeets or like parrots that are down here are really pretty. But more of like kind of, not a nicer bird, but a more one you don't really see is kind of like the kingfishers. They're really pretty, so I'd have to say that they're probably one of my all-time favourites. This is the Kiewa River. And down there a bit further is the junction where the Murray and the Kiewa kind of meet.
Well, it might be a little bit of a bushwalk, but if you're keen, this is where we can go. It's pretty wild in here though.
If I fall over, it's your fault.
Don't blame me. You'll fall over for sure.
Oh, definitely.
So just watch out for snakes. Watch out for snakes, everyone. Always bite the second person.
Oh, that's me!
Yeah, we'll swap with someone. I'll try and keep a good eye out. This is where I see them all, down in the Kiewa.
Thanks, Dad.
We're nearly there. This is nice, this little bit. This used to be all full of blackberries in here, so it was hard to get through, but I've sort of sprayed them out.
It's really cool. You can see all these types of different fungi in like pinks, like yellows, greens, whites.
That's the Murray just over there. See where the water's running fast?
Yeah.
This is where the Kiewa River meets the Murray. It's the Murray just down in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, down there where it's flowing
you
from.
can see where it's fast.
Yeah.
And then this is the junction just here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Currently we're about 6 k's downstream of Killara, but you think that's a long way, but really Huon Hill's just over there, and just over Huon Hill is Wodonga. Just over the river out this side you've got Albury, and you can hear the airport as clear as day when there's an aeroplane taking off. It's pretty easily accessible. Within an hour's walk you can walk down the trail and have a look around. It can take you an hour, it can take you 4 hours if you stop and look at everything. There's so many treasures out here of you'll see lizards. We just saw a red-bellied black before. There's so many insects, birds. We've seen, we've seen bee eaters this morning. We've seen kingfishers, all sorts of stuff. So it's close to home. Well, this stuff is just in your back door, man. You can see around here, Beanex farmland, there's a lot of phalaris and that sort of thing, which was very desirable for cattle production and for making hay. Well, it's a weed in the Australian bush. Here you've got a nice Carax, which is actually pretty dominant in the wet areas along the Kiewa and that, but you can see it's holding its own, but there's so much other weed. You know, you've got purple top here, verbena. The invasive species are really strong, and I guess that's what makes them invasive. They can take a handle on an area and take over, I guess. So down the Kiewa River here, it's all Crown land, so Parklands or Wodonga Committee of Management for it, but I guess holistically it's everyone's land, so it's about us looking after it as a collective, and like sure we can do the spraying and that, but everyone can get involved in parklands and helping out with what we do, whether it's picking up rubbish or helping on our tree planting days.
Like National Tree Planting Day, where you can plant trees and put guards on, as well as Clean Up Australia Day. It is a really beautiful place, so I do hope more kids will come down and just enjoy the scenery. It gives me such a warm feeling inside to know that once I get out and plant a couple of trees and get my nails dirty, learn about a new species of fungi, insects, birds, it gives me such a warm feeling to know that I've given back to the environment, and it's such a wonderful feeling. Like, it's totally worth it. It may seem like you don't really want to do it, but like, get out and have a chance to do it. And if you've already been on a night walk, you know how good it is. You have this wonderful place that you can call yours and just come to escape to, and just learn about and look at species that you probably didn't know were there, but they were there watching you the whole time.
Keep an eye out for our walk and talks that we have during the daytimes. Bring your parents along, by all means. You'll learn stuff, they'll learn stuff. Come to our night walks. Talk to your teachers about maybe contacting us about helping, you know, plant trees, or even get a ranger to come and take her on a walk somewhere. There's lots of different ways you can get involved.
Because you never know, you might find something really enjoyable and get some good photos for your Instagram.